evening, friends. Good evening and welcome to Littleport Christian Spiritualists this fine, sunny, warm Thursday evening. Well, I was right, it's a Thursday evening, so, you know. Welcome, everyone, to this wonderful Thursday. Now, for those that are eagle-eyed, for those that are observant, and for those that know the difference, the lady sitting beside me is not Amanda Seal. It is very much Sue Breen. Amanda is poorly, and the wonderful Sue, at literally the very last minute, said, yeah, all right then, I'll come and help you out. So please give a big Littleport welcome to our medium for this evening, Sue Breen. Now that's what I call a welcome. And Sue, I know it feels like an age, but welcome home. We have indeed. So friends, you know what it's all about. Tonight is about upliftment, love, laughter, truth, and spirit communication as we begin this Thursday service dedicated to the world of spirit, to those that we love and thought we had lost, and also to hopefully a little bit of philosophical truth as well. And of course, the best thing about Sue being here, compared to the previous two services, is that you don't have to put up with me gabbing all night. See the claps that I get for that. So kind and generous. Bless you, child. So friends, please do send your love to Sue throughout this evening and give her your kind thoughts and upliftment and love when she comes to do the work, and of course before, after, and on the way home too, because that's what we do. And of course, something else we do is things other than a Thursday night. For those that were at the workshop here in the hall on Sunday, thank you. Hope you had a good one. What an adventure it's been thus far. And the next one will be in February, of course, because we're currently in June and it's once a month. But if you can't wait that long, there's always the open circle option that we now have. It only took me 12 years. We have an online open circle for everyone to join if they so wish. And it's on Monday afternoons at 2, Wednesday afternoons at 2, or Wednesday evenings at 8. You don't have to go to every single one. It's just about making it available for people at different times. And because it's online, I can do a few more and see how it goes. So there's that. And of course, it would not be a complete month. It would not be a complete day if, of course, we didn't have our drum healing circle once a month on a Sunday as well, which is, of course, this week. This coming Sunday, 10 till 1, we have the drum healing and development circle that is going from strength to strength. It's very enjoyable. I can now finally say that personally and with honesty because I've been. I went to the last one, had a thoroughly enjoyable time, blowing my flute and having everyone banging away like nobody's business, and Eunice teaching everyone how to gaze into pieces of glass and see the spirit world. Pardon? I never do, love. I mean, let's face it, the last time we did it when we was in Thetford, we called it the Bangers and Blowers Club. Because it was. But there you go. So yes, drum healing, and I believe there will be some other form of divination explored this week as well. I know I will be there. I'm sure Mother will be coming, and I'll be probably bringing Mother-in-law too. But now there's a story to tell. But of course, do see Alan or Eunice or anyone really who goes to just find out about it, because it's fun, it's uplifting, but also it's spiritual and full of joy and love. And of course, tonight is all about finding that love and upliftment and that connection to spirit. And the first thing we do when we do that is link in by giving an opening prayer. So let's join together and say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, we thank you for the opportunity to come together as friends, to unite under your banner of love, of hope, of friendship, to witness your proof and your truth that life is indeed eternal. We ask that a blessing be placed on each person here present. We ask a blessing be placed, in particular, Great Spirit, on your instrument for this evening, that their guides and helpers may be with them and give them the strength, the joy and upliftment that they so richly deserve in the work that they do. And we ask that the veil be lifted and that those that have gone before come forward and show us that life is indeed eternal. And so as I place this service in your care and keeping, I make the statement as ever, that everything we do is in love, in truth, and in light. Amen. Thank you. Well, friends, it's at this time in the service that we talk about the philosophy of spirit. I spent most of today thinking about what I was going to say. I spent most of today thinking about how it was going to start, how it was going to be, and how it was going to finish. And of course, every time I thought about it, somebody upstairs just laughed and said, yeah, whatever. Because I don't get a say. I thought about something funny, I thought about something serious, I thought about something provocative, evocative, engaging, and still no. But, friends, the American president, Andrew Jackson, in his White House, had a big block of cheese. It was 2 tons. And he opened up the doors and offered it as a free gift to anyone who was hungry and anyone that was in need. And in the fictitious TV show, The West Wing, they took that idea in its spirit that it was intended and opened up the doors of the White House every year on Big Block of Cheese Day to give a voice to those that were not heard, to give an opportunity to ask questions, those that did not normally get the opportunity to ask questions. But of course, when you talk about fiction, talking about the reality of the world and a true historical event, it's not always the case. You see, I spoke to Spirit about Andrew Jackson, and they said, oh, you really want to check out on him before you talk about him? And I'm like, oh, okay. Because he wasn't the humanitarian that he sounds by that statement, because let's remember that it was a work of fiction. He actually did put the big block of cheese out in the foyer. He actually did invite 10,000 people to come and take a piece of this 2-ton block of cheese that had been gifted to him. He was also responsible for signing paperwork that meant that several thousand indigenous people were out of a house and home. So, was he the humanitarian that story told? No. But roll on a couple of hundred years, well, about 150 to be precise, a TV show takes that story and turns it into something nice. Roll on a few more years, and a real American president takes that story from the TV show and turns that into a real event and gives an online open forum for everyone to join in and ask a question. Something fictitious was used, something half-true was used to create something nice. Something that was done by someone who didn't particularly always do the right thing, by many people's view, did something that inspired something wonderful. Because let's face it, having a voice, having an opportunity to speak your truth, having your opportunity to ask your questions is absolutely a wonderful thing. Not every person on the planet is pure angelic. Not every person on the planet is pure darkness. Pretty much most of us are somewhere in the middle. We have our good days, we have our bad days. Me, I'm having one of my bad days. So I'll tell you something now. The day begins with me getting up and saying, I give up. I can't do this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. Time for a change. Let somebody else take on the burden. Let somebody else take on the task. I can't do this anymore. But what about everybody? You need to do this because you provide things for people. Yeah, but what about me? But yeah, you're right. I really should think about other people because I do enjoy what I do. It's just I get tired sometimes. And then a voice gets called out. Then go to sleep before 2 a.m. And that, of course, was my guide. We all start the day in a particular way. We all have our difficulties and our struggles and our burdens. We all have our moments of weakness. Everyone praises the name Yeshua ben Yosef as someone who did everything to change the world. I'm talking about Jesus for those who don't know that I call him that. Yeshua ben Yosef changed the world. He was a strong character who fought for what he believed. Read the story of the Garden of Gethsemane and you'll find that he asked that the cup be passed. He said, I can't do this anymore, Dad. Can't take it. Let someone else have the burden. No. Because life is life. Burdens and problems can be difficult, but it's what we do with them that matters. For example, the actions of a political nature that Andrew Jackson took, because let's face it, he was trying to score points. Here you go, have some cheese. The actions that he took, the person that he wasn't always the best it could possibly be. But he did do something nice. He gave out free cheese. Mickey Mouse was over the moon. Thank you. At least somebody laughed. But what he did inspired a new idea. And that new idea was taken and turned into something genuinely good and noble. Life is neither black or white, it is grey. People are neither good nor bad, they're just people. We all have a fight to do. We all have a struggle to make. But it's what you do with it that counts. And I will remind you the comment that was made by a very good friend of mine who has been mentioned once or twice today already, surprise, surprise, whose guides and helpers still hang around in this church, as does he. And he's one of the pictures on that video that we watch every week. I'm, of course, talking about Reverend George. Not that he was ever happy that I made him a reverend posthumously. He said to me this: it's not about the good, it's not about the bad, it's what you do with it that counts. Turn the bad into good, celebrate the good, fight for what you believe, and never give up on standing up and being counted. Because let's face it, Nicky said, nothing ever worthwhile, nothing ever that changed the world was as simple as getting up and turning on a light switch. Let's remember that the more we struggle, the more we fight, the more worthwhile the destination, the more worthwhile the goal. People will always struggle. That's why we're here as a group, not as individuals. to reach out a hand and say, come on then, let's do this. We've got our friends in spirit that do that for us, whether we know it or not. But we have got nearly 8 billion, well, I think it's over 8 billion people on the planet now. There's enough of us to go round and say, come on then, let's get on with it. Let's do this. Let's live. We are the living spirit, and we need to remember that we can be the messengers of spirit without the need of a medium every 5 minutes. It's great to have them. It's great to be one. But we can be each other's support and guardian angel, because that's what we're here to do. To love, to be kind. There you go, got it in. To look after everyone and each other. So when times are struggle and when a smile is a frown, pick someone up and turn them upside down so that they are smiling. Tell a joke, take the mick, make a nasty comment about a tablecloth to make someone laugh, give them a badge with a rude word on, and at least 2 people in the room tonight to be reminded that even though I've been wearing a diamond earring for 3 months, they only just noticed tonight. You weren't the only one, love, and neither were you. Life gets in the way, but life is life, and its blessings and its joys matter more. Because as I told someone this week quite plainly, you only ever get angry because you care. And if you don't care, you don't get angry. Look at the fact that you care, and it will calm and soothe you. And then ask each other for help and support, because love is unconditional, and love wins, and everything else is just a journey that we are on together. And the more we remember that we are together with that journey, the easier it becomes. Because I know that each and every person in this room, if you'll pardon the pun, is worth their weight in cheese. God bless you all, and thank you for listening. Well, it's usually at this time that I would ask everyone to say the magic words, to summon up the genie of the words, the scribe of Cleethorpes. But I'm not going to, because of course we know that it's the healing circle this week, so we don't have to push a button, he's here. So everyone, for our reading tonight, please welcome Reverend Alan.
Cheers, mate. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody online. Tonight's reading is called The Forest's Blessed Abode. It's by Belinda Stotler. Come walk with me into the forest's blessed abode, to see the wondrous beauty the earth has bestowed. We'll bask in the surreal splendor that surrounds us, and listen to nature composing the forest's grand opus. As sounds of whispering trees and burbling streams sends our minds wandering into a poet's lovely dreams. We'll walk where sunlight sets, the forest leaves aglow, weaving open paths to dapple golden light on all below, where trees shade us from the summer heat and harsh rays, freeing our minds so that we can see Mother Nature's ways of creating, nurturing sanctuaries of life dwelling there, to shield its tender wards and storms too hard to bear. Come sit beneath the glowing embers of an autumn tree, whose rich hues and natural wonder many come to see, while colourful leaves glide down in whirling course, like embers breaking loose from their flaming source, glowing for a moment as if falling to their ending fate, instead nourishing the earth for rebirth into a new state. The wintering forest seems to be a still desolate place, yet under the snow the autumn leaves of a tree's base beats the promising pulse of new life that patiently waits for spring's warmth and grain and rain to open wide nature's gates. Roam with me under the trees, standing strong over it all, to watch them quietly sleep until nature's beckoning call. Let us stroll in spring's forest, where we will reap the joy of earth awakening its children from sleep, and hear life's chorus and watch its offspring grow, as waking trees renew their canopy over all below. Come share with me the forest spirit at rebirth, so we too are reborn within this temple of earth. Every now and then let us answer the forest's call, to come to see life's beauty and the miracle of it all. If we listen with our hearts as we walk among the trees, we may understand the message carried on the breeze, for us to blend with the forest spirit, so it will beguile us into walking under its lovely trees for just a while. Thank you very much.
Not only a brilliant reading, but also he remembered to give me the mic back for one. Wow, Reverend Alan, thank you! And you know, it still defies belief, really, how good Spirit are. If I pose the problem, then Reverend Alan reading posed the answer. And I love the synchronicity of how things flow. So thank you and your guides for your work, Alan. Bless you. Well, we are going to send out some healing now, and in a few moments I'll be handing over the rest of the night for Sue to, within reason of course, do pretty much whatever she wants. You know, that's not often you get that kind of offer, is it, love? You know, I know the feeling. But of course, we are going to be sending out our healing. And of course, I forgot to pick up the healing book as always. But never mind, I can come over here. And of course, it would help if I had the right glasses on as well. But never mind, 3 names, I can remember that. So when we send out our healing, it's just like prayer. Sometimes you could say it's easier. Just imagine the person in your mind's eye of who needs healing. Every week I say this, and I'm going to say it every week so long as there is breath in my body. Please remember, include yourself every time. You're allowed to ask for help. And so we will have our healing prayer, we will have our healing silence, and we will end with the word Amen. And please this week include the names Amanda, Rod, and Teresa. And so let's join together and send out our healing thoughts as we say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, here we bring unto you all of those listed in all of the healing books, be they sick in mind, body, or spirit, that it may please thee to heal them. Be they sick in mind, body, or spirit, give them your strength, your love, and your upliftment. We ask this for those we know, for those we do not know, and those who have no one to ask for them. We ask for them now. Thank you, friends. Well then, the moment has arrived. The bit that everyone doubly looks forward to. I shut up and they get to listen to Sue. Please, 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 I've said it before, I will say it again. Send your love and kind thoughts out to Sue throughout this evening. Not only is she doing a service for Spirit and us, it was also at the last minute as well. So, of course, we've got to send our love. And should she come to you, please answer in a clear voice, yes, no, or don't know. And, of course, I am reminded that should we need to evacuate the building, our exits are here, here, and through here. And should the tables start spinning and those curtains start flickering, that's the main door. You can follow me. I'll be the first one out, because we don't do that here. But we do try and bring love, laughter, upliftment, and truth to lives. So please, without further delay, give a huge, huge Littleport welcome to a very good friend of ours, the lovely Sue Breen. Keep clapping while I'm plugging her in, eh? I'll stick it up here out your way.
Okay. Right. I actually feel a bit lost this evening.
Yeah.
Because I haven't got my little four-legged friend, have I? You know, I'm normally sort of watching her where she's going. So I apologise for that, but she's actually sitting in a nice comfy bed under the radiator. So I thought, shall I take her out in the cold? No, I'll leave her there. Right, okay. Is there anybody that hasn't seen me work before? Okay. The way this works with me is I normally get ladies to my left and gentlemen to my right. They can give me symptoms which they've passed with. They can also give me medical conditions that are still here, but I don't often get names. Okay? So if I do get a name, I'll just pass it out to you. And I am a direct medium as well. Thank you. Right. I've got a lady that's coming forward. I'm not sure where I'm going now. Okay, I actually feel that I'm with the lady on the end there. Yeah, you're the one on the end, lovey. Yeah. Okay, you have a mother on Spirit side, sweet. Yeah, she's coming forward here, and as she comes forward, she's saying she has been in and around you quite frequently. Okay, but I do want to say to you, she's talking about words that couldn't be said at the end. You understand that? Okay. But she's also saying to me, you take on too much responsibility. I can only give you what she's giving me. And she's saying, you know, at the end of the day, love, don't take on other people's responsibilities. It's theirs, not yours. All right? Now, as this lady comes forward, I know with her that she was a very well-presented lady. She liked to look nice, all right? And she's doing this all around her hair, so I know that her hair was quite important to her as well, all right? She's talking about a three connection. Now, that could mean to me that there's 3 children, or there's an only child and a mother and father. Are you one of 3? 1 of 4. You're one of 4. Okay. Would you know whether Mum was one of 3? Yes, she was. Thank you. Okay. As she comes forward here, she's talking about a rift or a drifting apart that's taken place. This is around family, lovey. Okay. More communication needs to be made. That's what she's saying. All right? Because otherwise people end up drifting. You understand now? Okay. She's taken me over water here as well, so would you understand connections or links over water? I'm not going to America or somewhere like that. Would you understand? Okay, Ireland. She's given me a pint of Guinness here, so I know that I am going to Ireland, all right? They used to give me like a 4-leaf clover, but now I get a pint of Guinness. Okay. Somebody said to me once in a nightclub that I reminded them of a pint of Guinness because I had a long black dress on. Right, okay. I know that I've got a father figure that's also stepping forward, all right? But I do want to say to you as well, with this gentleman, as he comes forward, would you understand him wearing uniform at some point in life? Thank you. Because he's taken me down to his feet here and I've got highly polished boots on, all right? He's saying to me that he has come in and around. Your father smoke as well, please, lovey? Yeah, because I've got this and I've got a little bit of smoke coming in. Not a lot, but a little bit, okay. He's saying he didn't particularly like it, to be honest, but it was more of a social thing, all right? Now, he's talking about with you, love, that you've had a medical scare in the past. Yeah. He's saying to me that you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Don't worry about anything. You know, he didn't believe in all of this. All right? He's showing me a box here. And this box normally means to me that he thought once he popped his clothes, he'd be in that box and gone. But he is saying, I am really pleased that there is somewhere else to go. Okay, now I'm not sure which one passed first, if I'm really honest. Okay, I want to say, Dad passed first? Thank you, because he's saying he was here, then gone. Here, then gone. All right? Okay, and I know that with Mum that she was unwell before she passed to spirit. Okay, but she wants you to know that she's fine. 100% now. She's all singing and dancing, lovey. All right? Don't worry about me, she's saying. She's more worried about you. Okay? She's talking about with you, lovey, somebody's let you down badly. She's given me a broken heart here. I've got 2 halves of the heart that she's bringing together and putting a sticky plaster on it for you. You know, this doesn't necessarily mean it's romantic. It could be somebody that was a friend or you thought was a friend that didn't turn out to be so much of a friend. You understand? Right. She's talking about this being a life learning lesson. Only tell people what you want them to know. All right? Okay. I want to leave our love with you and I want to leave Dad's love with you. Okay? Your dad's saying, well, I didn't get much of a chance, did I? Sorry. Okay, I'm looking at the time and, you know, right. Right, I've got to just come back to you. Who's Bill, lovey? Bill. Right, Dad's giving me the name of Bill. Okay? And they're still here, or on the other side? One's still here, one's on the other side, yeah. Right, okay. He's just said I thought I'd get that in. All right? I'm going to leave his love with you. You're welcome, sweet. Okay. Can I come to this lady here? Yes, lovey. Yeah. Okay. Right. As I'm linking in with you, lovey, I've got people coming in from both sides. All right? I do want to say to you, I've got a gentleman that is coming forward, and he's coming forward with a rose to give to you. Okay? Right. And he's showing me a wedding ring. You lost a husband to spirit, lovey. Thank you. As he comes forward here, he's telling me, like the gentleman that came into that lady over there, he said he didn't believe in all this. You understand that? He's just saying to me that unless he saw it in black and white, he didn't believe it. Okay? But he's more than happy now because he can come in and around you. All right? And I know with you, lovey, that you do pick up either a fragrance or a smell that reminds you of him, either for 2 or 3 seconds. All right? He's letting you know that he is around you. All right? He's also saying to me that he's sorry he's not with you now. That is one of the biggest regrets that he's got. He's not with you now. All right? But he also wants to say thank you to you for everything that you did for him. All right? Would you also understand that around the time of his passing, lovey, there was either a birthday or an anniversary that was to be celebrated? Thank you. Because he's saying, I didn't want to upset anybody, but it was my time to go. All right? He's also talking about 2. You have 2 sons. Right. Would he have been one of 2 sons?
Yes, he was.
Thank you. Right. Okay. He's talking about an anniversary that is either coming in now or has just gone. Do you understand that one? Thank you. Because he is saying that he was there around you. All right? He's also given me front door keys here, so I know that there's either been thoughts of a move or a move that has taken place. Yeah. Thank you. Because once again, he's saying that you're in the right place. You are in the right place. And you know, wherever you go, he'll go with you. All right? So you're not leaving him behind, because whatever is up here and in here is what you need. It's the memories and the love that you carried. Yeah. Okay? This gentleman, as he comes forward here, I want to say, he's giving me a T here, and that normally means to me it's like a terminal. All right? Yeah. You understand? Thank you. Okay, and he's just said, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But he's also telling me that he didn't believe. Okay, right, he's just showing me Superman here. And that's who he thought he was, Superman. All right? And he's just made a funny about the red knickers. I should have worn the red knickers a lot more. But he is saying there is somewhere to go. There is somewhere to go. And please don't take this the wrong way, but he is telling me that when you do pass the spirit, which is not yet, it's a long way off, all right? He's telling me that he will be there for you to take you over to the other side, all right? Yeah. Thank you. This gentleman also was a very well-presented man. It's like he's showing me he's suited and booted here. And he's just said, I did scrub up well. All right? But he's given me 2 wedding rings as well. Would you understand either a ring that's been misplaced or one that was, what's the word I'm looking for? I've got an Alzheimer's moment. Sorry. No, replace, that's the word. Thank you. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I did lose it when I found it, yeah.
Thank you. Right, okay. Okay. It's as if he's saying to me that there's something that is either a situation or a circumstance around you where you're having doubts about something. Yes? Yeah. Right, I'm not going to delve into that, lovey, but what he is saying is go with this. Go with this, because your intuition will take you in the right direction. All right? Don't doubt anything. Once you make, that decision, go forward. Okay? Yes. Bless you. Okay. I'm also getting the L name, an L. I don't know whether it's for a Leonard, a Lawrence, Larry.
He's got a sister called Linda.
Thank you. Okay. And she's still here?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not quite sure how to put this. Would you understand her showing true colours?
Yeah.
Right, thank you. Okay. And he's saying to me, I knew she would. I knew she would. All right. Just ignore it. All right? Or sit on the fence. Because he's saying that there was like grabbing. There were certain things that she wanted to have.
I'm not aware of that, but
Okay, this is what he's doing. All right, but he's saying no, no. What we had was for us, for nobody else. All right? Okay. For some reason, I'm being given the name Terry as well. And I very rarely do get names, so I just have to give it as it comes in. All right? I feel it may be somebody that he was connected with or somebody that he knew. All right? Okay. Okay, lovey. Your husband, as he comes forward here, he's saying to me that he wants you to do as you're told. He's just said you don't know it all, so don't think you do. So you do as you're told, all right? And I do feel that's around a medical matter. Okay? Right. I want to leave his love with you. Okay, you're welcome. Right. Where am I going now? Can I come to you, please, lovey? Yes? Okay. I've got a gentleman that is stepping forward. As this gentleman comes forward, lovey, I feel that he's very much on a grandfather vibration as he comes in. Can you just verbalise it, please, instead of, yeah? Because, you know, when they hear your voice, it makes the link a lot stronger. Okay? Right. And everybody else can hear you, and I don't look like I'm talking to myself, all right? Which I do, but not in front of a lot of people. Okay, so this gentleman, as he comes forward, he's really coming in now. You have a father on spirit side as well, lovey. Yeah, he's come forward too. And I've got 3 gentlemen, 4 now. Okay. Your grandfather wants to come forward first. All right? Now, he's sort of making me look up to him. But I don't feel that there was a great height to him, but I do feel that people did look up to him with respect. Okay? Because he treated people the same way that they treated him. All right? So he was quite respectful to the majority of people, I will say. All right? But for some reason, I've got a big steering wheel here as well. So would you understand a big steering wheel? Did he drive a bus by any chance? I've got a huge vehicle here, and he's driving it. So whether this was, because I know that he did wear uniform at some point in life. Right, so I feel that this is either at some point during the war, all right, and he's got a very, very big steering wheel here. Okay. As this gentleman comes forward, he's saying to me that life hasn't always treated you kindly. All right? And I know that there are 1 or 2 people that have taken you for granted. And he's saying, don't be backed into a corner by anybody. All right? If you don't want to do something, don't do it. Okay? Right. Now, I've got Dad coming forward here as well. Sorry, I want to go back to Grandad. Would you understand him having a problem with one of his legs? Okay. He's taken me down between the knee to the ankle, so I know that there was something that wasn't quite right. Okay. He's talking about shrapnel, so whether he did get, I don't know, a piece of shrapnel in his leg, I don't know, lovey. I just give what I'm being given. Okay, but as Dad comes forward here, bless him, right. I feel as if he's putting something on my head. So would you know whether Dad actually wore a hat or a cap?
Often, yeah.
Quite often, thank you, because I can see a brim here as well. I know that he did wear glasses because he's just taken them off and he's saying, I don't need these anymore, and just threw them, all right? Okay, bless you, lovey. And I know that he did at some point smoke as well, all right? In fact, I've got this, and he's putting one behind his ear and he's saying that one's for later on, okay? Now, as Dad comes forward, love, I don't feel that he was as tall as your grandfather, all right? But I do feel that he was, I want to say solid, okay? And he's saying to me that he took a lot of responsibility on his shoulders, all right? Now, what he's actually saying to me is that, okay, children don't come with instruction manuals and you can only do your best. He thought he did his best. And he's saying to me, if I didn't do my best for you, then I apologise. Okay? Right. I've got a lady coming forward here, and she comes forward very much on a mother vibration. Thank you. Okay, bless you. These two are together on the other side. All right? Because Dad's actually pulled your mum forward. Okay, bless. As, you look like your mum as well, don't you? No, there's quite a resemblance there. Quite a resemblance there, lovey. All right? She's telling me that her hair was wavy. Thank you. Okay. And she also had to wear glasses as well at some point, all right? But only for close-up, for reading, okay? She's telling me that sometimes she'd put them on her head and forget they were there. I was looking for my phone the other day and I had it in my hand. And I'm looking for it. So I've got Alzheimer's kicking in, believe me. Right. As Mum comes in, she's talking about, you're not the only one, are you? I don't know whether she's talking about two or two others. So that would be three, including yourself. Thank you. But she's saying to me that you're all very different to one another. Okay? And I want to go back to the cheese, chalk and cheese. Okay? But she is saying to me, she's talking about words that need to be said, lovey. Do you understand that? Whether this is one of your siblings, you have a brother and a sister? Thank you. Okay. She's talking about words that need to be said. So whether one is a little bit controlling, I don't know. I'm just trying to give it to you and interpret it as she's given it to me. But, you know, this may be something that's going to come up for you, that there needs to be words to be said, okay? And again, like grandfather said, don't be backed into a corner, okay? Right. And that's where I feel that this is coming from, okay? Now, as she comes forward, she is saying to me that you're not in a bad place now, okay? But I also feel that there is another journey for you to be taking. And that would be around your work, around the work area, okay? But I do know that there's other interests that's come in as well. All right? She's taken me to your hands, lovey, so I don't know whether she's saying that, you know, there is healing that should be taking place, or you should be training as a healer. All right? That's something that has crossed your mind, though. Okay, well, you listen to the random thoughts that come to you, through to you, all right? Because she's trying to push you in a direction, okay? You've got a dog on spirit side as well, lovey. A dog? A dog.
I've never owned one.
Family dog?
No.
There's a dog that comes in around you, so whether it was connected or linked to you in some way.
If ever I've had readings before, it's mum's dog that it's mentioned, so whether it's linked with her.
Thank you. Okay.
We never had a dog as a family ourselves, but she did. In her memory.
Well, it's her dog that comes in around you, lovey. All right? Okay. I can't take it away because it came in. All right? All right, bless you. I want to say to you as well, lovey, would you understand a child on the other side?
Of mine.
Well, yes, whether there was a miscarry or something similar.
No.
Is connected or linked around you, lovey?
Would it be families?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not perhaps mine, but
It's connected or linked. Okay? Right, because Mum's telling me she's not on her own. She has others with her. Okay? Okay. I've got Dad coming forward again here. And as Dad comes forward, for some reason he's showing me a mound of shoes. You don't happen to like a lot of shoes, do you? No? He's just showing me a lot of shoes, and he's saying you can only wear one pair at a time. All right? So whether, again, this is connected or linked to you, either as sister, but somebody that's not sitting that far away from you. Right. I've just been given a birthday cake. So I know that there is either a birthday that is coming in or has literally just gone. Thank you. Okay. Now, Dad is giving me January.
oh, there's one on Monday. Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Right. Oh, bless him. Right. You know, as Dad comes forward here, he's got a lovely feel with him. All right? And he is saying, I hope I did do you proud. Okay? And he just wants to leave his love with you, sweet, but he's also telling me Mum's coming forward as well, and she's blowing a kiss to you. All right? Now, Dad's given me a rose to give to you, and he's telling me to tell you to keep it here because that's where it's come from, his heart to yours. All right? Bless you. I'll leave his love with you. Okay. I want to come to this lady here, please. Yes, lovey? Okay. I've got a gentleman that is coming forward here, and I know that he's very much on a grandfather level. So you have an uncle on the other side.
Literally, my uncle just passed over on Monday.
Thank you, because he's come forward.
Is he?
Yes,
Okay.
he's come forward. He's quite strong as well. I've got a lady coming forward this side too.
Okay.
Right. Your uncle, as he comes in, lovey, he's telling me to tell you you're not to get backed into a corner either. Stand your ground, okay, because there is somebody that is trying to override what you're saying. Right, okay. Oh dear. You know what your uncle's like? He said, can you sort your hair out, please? All right. I know with him as well. Now, hold on a moment. He's given me tattoos here. Yeah. You've got tattoos? Oh, okay. Right. He's saying you don't need to have any more. Okay. And definitely don't have one for me. Okay. All right? Okay. Now, as he comes forward, he is saying it is something that he never thought would happen to him. All right? And I want to say to you that I feel he's doing this. So I feel as if he was here, then he was gone. Yeah, all right? Because he's saying that he didn't get the chance to say the words that he wanted to say. All right? Okay. I know that this gentleman was very much a man's man. He wouldn't be told where he could go, who he could talk to, and what he could do. All right? And he's saying, if I wanted to go and have a pint, I'd go and have a pint. All right? Right. But he is telling me to tell you, lovey, there is a different direction coming up for you. All right? And he will be there to take you in the right direction. All right? Now, I know that I do have a grandfather figure. Your dad's still here, yeah. He's just, okay. But I feel as if I've got a mother. Thank you. Okay. Come forward, lovey. Right, okay. As Mum comes forward, sweet, she is saying, she's telling me that you've been let down. All right? And you've been let down big time, okay? And again, she's bringing the two halves of your heart together and putting a sticky plaster on it for you, all right? She's saying to me that she wants you to know she hasn't left you, love. She may not be with you in body, but she is with you in spirit, all right? And I do know with you, okay. Right. Before you did the colour of your hair as it is, will you think of doing it in pink? Because she's talking about pink colour. Right, okay. Well, she's saying do it. Do it, okay? She's talking about a little one. Thank you. And as she comes around him, you know he's seen her. I have been told by many mediums. He's seen her, okay. And she's saying to me that's one of her regrets in life, that she's not around now, you know, to give him the guidance and to tease or play with him, all right? But she can do that from the other side, okay? But I also want to say to you, lovey, would you understand one that is on the other side? Yes. Thank you. Because you know they don't stay as babies, they do grow. Yeah. And that's saying the eyes are the windows to your soul is where that comes in. Because if you lose a child, they grow on the other side, and when you see them, you know exactly who they are just by looking in the eyes. Okay? I want to say this is a little girl.
Possibly. I didn't know.
I do want to say it's a little girl because she's telling me that this child needs to have a name. Okay. All right? Needs to have a name. Where does the E name come in?
My dad's best friend's, his last name is called Earwaker. That's his.
What's it called?
Earwaker. So that could be where an E.
That's a weird name, isn't it?
It is a weird name. my dad's best friend.
Right, and he's still here. He's still here. Right. Okay. So she's just given me a little bit of. Okay. You know, as she comes forward here, she's saying to me that she found it very difficult to breathe at the end. And she's making it quite difficult for me at the moment, so I've got to ask her to take it away, all right? Okay, bless you, lovey. She's talking about not being able to say the words that she wanted to say, all right? But would you understand either a letter or a note or something that was written? Okay. She's talking about words of sentiment that she wrote down. All right? Because I know with her that she was really, really poorly before she passed to spirit. Okay. Yeah, and she's talking about 2 years. 2 years. So whether it was.
That's her illness.
Yes, 2 years. Thank you. Okay. She is saying to me that she always hoped there was somewhere else to go, and she knows there is. Okay. Okay, right. Sorry, I'm just... All right. She just said, can you tell her I've been trying to call her name? All right? If you hear your name being called, lovey, don't be frightened. It's Mum. And she's trying to let you know that she's with you. All right? Okay. And I don't know where this is coming from, but would you understand burnt sausages?
No, but I will be cooking sausages tomorrow for my dinner.
Keep an eye on them, all right? Because your mum's probably going to be standing looking over your shoulder, okay? Bless you. She just wants to say that she loves you dearly, all right? She loves you dearly. And don't be backed into a corner by anyone, all right? You've got your opinion, lovey. Stick to it, all right? Bless you. I'll leave her love with you. Okay. 15. I don't mind. See if everybody else is all right with it. Right. The lady behind Barry and Alan in the middle. Yep. Okay. Right. As I link with you, lovey, I keep wondering what this thing is. Right. Okay, as I link with you, I know that I've got a lady that is stepping close. All right. As she comes forward, she does make me feel that she's very much on a mother, grandmother vibration as she comes in. In fact, I want to say I've got 3 ladies. Okay? Mum's on the other side as well. Okay. Bless her. As she comes forward, she's bringing in a lot of papers here. All right? And these are official legal papers. Now, I'm not sure whether she's trying to say to me that she didn't tie up loose ends at the end, or whether these are things that are coming in around you. Do you understand that? Okay. Well, she is saying to me, don't sign anything unless you make sure that the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted. Okay? She's also talking about a move that's going to be either taking place, or whether this is around a work situation, because that, when they do that, it normally means work to me. Okay, does that make sense to you, please? Right, because you know, what she's saying is that there's going to be more responsibility, more of a challenge that will come in for you. But it'll be good for you, all right? You know, in the past week, you've underestimated yourself. Okay? And she is saying, you know, that you can actually, the job that's coming in for you, you can do standing on your head. All right? Don't pass up any opportunities. Okay? Right. Brother. She's talking about a brother. You have a brother? Yeah. Right. Okay. You two don't always see eye to eye. Well, that's good, because she's saying you've got your opinion as well. You know, you shouldn't be listening to him. Okay? You give your opinion as well. Okay? Right. But I do want to say to you, there's somebody that's either linked or connected with him that you have to be careful what you say. So whether he's got a partner or a wife, there's somebody connected or linked around him that you need to be careful what you say, or choose your words. She's telling me, tell her to choose her words. Your sister. Right. Okay. There's a bit of jealousy there as well, isn't there? No, on her part. Yeah. Yeah, definitely on her part. Your mum's showing me a green-eyed monster. Okay. Your sister was the middle one. It's always the middle one. Okay. Apparently, she felt that she didn't get as much attention as the other two. All right? And Mum's saying that's not true. All right? It's not true. Okay. What I said earlier on to somebody else about children don't come with instruction manuals, lovey, that's what Mum's saying to me now. All right? And she's saying, I treated everybody the same. Everybody the same. All right? Okay. She wants you to know that she does come in very much around you. Now, I'm not sure where this is coming. She showed me a wedding dress. Does that make sense to you? Oh, good. I don't know whether it's one that you've worn or will be wearing, or whether it was Mum's dress that you'll be wearing. I don't know, but she's just showing me a wedding dress. All right? Okay. Oh, bless her. She just said, tell her she looks beautiful and she always will be. Okay? The month of April is being given to me as well, Lovie. For a birthday, passing, or an anniversary. Thank you. Okay. And Mum's just telling me that the only regret she's got in life, Lovie, is passing when she did. All right? But she does want you to know that she is very much around you. Okay? And I know with you that you're quite sensitive. Okay? So you feel the energies that come in as well, don't you? So you know when Mum is with you. Yeah. Well, she's saying, when you feel my energy come in, listen to your thoughts, because that's how she'll chat to you. She'll talk to you. All right? Okay. I'm not quite sure what she's trying to give me here. She's talking about she had no preference to something, and I can't make out the last bit that she's trying to say. This is about her children not treating anybody any different. All right? So, you know, whatever your sister thinks, lovey, let her get on with it. Let her sit on that wobbly fence, you know. All right? Yeah. She's saying it's not worth listening, just let it go. Okay? Oh, she's also given me the month of May as well. May. Birthday, passing, anniversary. Yeah? Thank you. Okay. There's something happening in September. Woohoo. Right, she's talking about a significant happening in September. Maybe you haven't heard of it yet. Okay. Like I say, I can't take it back because she's given it to me, but she is saying there's a significant happening in September. Where does the baby come in? There's a baby coming in as well. It's connected or linked somewhere around you. All right? Okay. But with those papers, lovey, make sure you read everything and you understand. Okay? Make sure the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted. All right, before you sign anything. Okay? Bless you. I'm going to leave their love with you. Okay. Can I come to you, please, lovey? Yes. People always look so surprised when you me, you know. Right, okay, I've got a lady that's coming forward for you, sweet. All right. As this lady comes forward, she does come in on a mother vibration. Now, if mum is still here, okay, then mothers and grandmothers come forward on the same vibration because they've both had children, okay? So if it's not mum, then I know it's a grandmother. I know it's a grandmother, okay? Would you understand London connections? Right, okay. I know she's talking about London, but she's doing this way back, all right? Now, as this lady comes forward, she wasn't backward in coming forward. She would say it as it was. You understand that, right? She's saying I could be diplomatic at times, but most of the time it just came out, all right? All right. Now, she's saying to me with you, love, that there's been opportunities that have come forward for you that you've overlooked. Okay, so whether it's, you know, job-wise or whatever that has come forward, she's saying it's like you've just overlooked it and let it go, all right? Now, I'm not saying that there is going to be an opportunity that's coming forward for you, but she is saying keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open, okay? I know with this lady, she was very house-proud, very house-proud. Many years ago, there was something called G-Plan. Do you remember that? I sort of remember it when I was, you know. Okay, and that's what her place was like. That's what she's telling me. All right. Okay, I know I've got a gentleman that's also coming forward. Okay, your dad's still here? No, right. Okay. As he comes forward here, would you understand him wearing uniform? I'm not talking an army uniform. No. Right. Okay. Now, he's giving me, I don't know whether this is somebody else that is on the other side that he's bringing forward. There's a gentleman that is dressed as a policeman. And it's connected or linked.
She understands. No umbrella.
Right, okay. I'm glad I've only got a couple of minutes left. Right, as Dad comes forward here, he is talking about you, lovey. It's something to do with either a decision or a choice that has been made. Right. He's just telling me that you've made the right choice. All right? But I also want to say to you as well, would you understand somebody connected or linked to you that was made to feel as if they were going to be made homeless? or have the threat of homelessness given to them? Okay, because he's telling me that nobody's going to be made homeless. All right? There will always be a roof over your head and people linked and connected with you. All right? Okay. They're also giving me a 3 connection with you. Are you one of 3? Thank you. So there's 3 left. Sorry, 2 left. 1 on the other side. Right, okay. Would this be a gentleman, lovey? Okay, because I've got a gentleman that is stepping close. And as he comes forward, he's telling me that he should have been connected with you. So whether this is a brother that has passed the spirit side, all right? Would you understand a B name? Not a Brian, Bernard. Beck? Okay, well that's a B. Okay. Can you go and put a kettle on, please? Because I think I'll need a cup of tea. Right. Okay. Let me see where I'm going with this. As Dad comes forward here, he's just said, she was always hard work anyway. He's laughing, lovey, and he's saying, you know, you've got a good heart, but you've just wear your heart on your sleeve, all right? And people have taken advantage of you in the past. You're saying, no, don't let that happen again, all right? He's sending an awful lot of love to you, a lot of love to you. I know that Dad, he's toasting you here. He's lifting a glass to you, all right? But he's also telling me that over the years, you've had to be a little bit harder, okay? But he's glad to see that, all right? Because then people won't be taking so much advantage of you, okay? And Dad is very much around you, okay? All right, bless you, lovey. And for some reason, I'm just being shown handcuffs, but I'm going to go away from that, all right? He wants to leave his love with you. All right, bless you. Thank you for working with me. I'm sorry I can't do any more.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sue Breen. And thank you, Chloe. That tea will be made as soon as I pass over to the Raffle. Now, I will say that I was more than prepared to wander around. Oh, thank you. Well done. It's all right, I've got a foghorn. They either don't care that I was speaking or could still hear me. Thank you, though. I was more than prepared to wander around the hall on all fours, just to make you feel more at home. But we missed Pebbles too. So when you get home, you need to put this on your phone or your tablet. Hello, Pebbles. I hope it's warmer there. Be good. We miss our Pebbles. You got the full view. So, thank you so much. How often does your father not turn up without a police escort, is all I'll say. You know, because I did tell a little bit of a fib just to protect you, but there is a little bit of connection there. Because I have to confess now that the comment that was last made, I've just got to share with you a little story, because I knew, still do, thank you, Beck's dad. We stood talking, he, me and thine mother, one time. It was fairly early on in my employment with Beck. And he said, so what's my daughter like to work for? And I was still nervous of him at the time. And I said, well, I really enjoy it. And his words were, and I kid you not and I fib you not, she's hard work, but she's a hard worker and you'll enjoy yourself. And so I know he was always very proud of that fact. So I totally get where that came from. And, you know, I know based on the conversations we had over the years how proud he was of you for having that strength and determination. And a husband with handcuffs, but that's another story. It's all right, you can compare notes with Mother, you know, but there we go. Thank you all so much for turning out tonight. It is an honour and a privilege to see beaming, smiling faces and Barry every week. He thought he'd got away with it this week. Is it? I ain't been singled out this week. It must be Christmas. No, that was a month ago, love. Sorry. But thank you all so much for turning out, for being here, for being part of this great adventure that is Littleport. And thank you to everyone who took part and commented at home as well. The healing book is there to make use of. If you didn't get grabbed and collared and cajoled by Linda on the way in, please feel free to add names into the healing book. Before and after the service, it's given healing every single day, morning and night. And of course, because we are a community, a family that's connected on the internet, we're all, each and every one of us, only a click away. Should anyone ever need anything in the week. Just because we meet on a Thursday night does not mean that we are not here at all times for each other. That is the mission of this church, and it has taken on a wondrous life of its own. And I look forward to my Thursdays, I look forward to my Sundays, I look forward to every day that is involved with Spirit. And I'd like to also say thank you to Tony. He's going to say I ain't done nothing, but actually, over the last couple of months, he's really tidied up and made the wiring safe. I mean, it's gradually progressed, and at one point we had a cable hanging down here and draping across to the thing, but now it's safe and it's all stretched out, and we've got lovely, you know, the mats and the cables that have all been donated and everything. I think we're there. I'm sure Tony's got some ideas on how we can expand that even further, like a smoke machine and a live rock band to open up the service. If we can get ELO in, we'd get cut off by Facebook as usual because they don't like music. I was going to try and sing the Circle of Life after Alan did his reading, but I know that they'd delete part of the service if I did that. And that's not to do with copyright, right? That's to do with health and safety, but that's another story. I used to be a fairly decent singer, but not anymore. But friends, please remember we are here 24/7. I meant what I said in the address. Life can be difficult, life can be hard, but nothing worthwhile is ever easy. So let's hold each other's hand and carry each other forward, because I know that we can do that, and I know that that's the message of Spirit that wants for us. Otherwise, we wouldn't have the upliftment, the laughter, the humour, and yes, sometimes the tears that comes through from this platform every week with each medium who comes to share the truth that life is eternal. The only thing I can promise you is that pain is not eternal, only life. So remember that. It doesn't last forever. Only life does. Only we last forever. Each and every one of us. It's unconditional. You don't have to do as I say on a Thursday night in order to make it happen. It's automatic. It just helps to be nice along the way. But friends, thank you all. So let's close this service in prayer. As we say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, we thank you for the opportunity to come together as friends, to unite under your banner of love, of hope, of friendship, and the knowledge of eternal, unconditional love. As we go out into the world, Great Spirit, we ask that we are given the strength, the courage, and the time to be able to spread that message, and the ears that might hear it, and the hearts that it might soften with those words. And as we go out into the world, we remember, as much as life is not always easy, we ask you not to move the mountain. Just give us the strength to climb. And so until we meet again, in your name, amen. Thank you. Next week, we have Anne Fordham as our medium. It's another face that we haven't seen in a while. And believe it or not, the poster's done already, ready to upload as soon as the service ends. I'm getting good at this. It lasts another 2 weeks, and then I've got to get the list and get caught up again. But hey, it will be up tonight. Of course, typical really, innit, me? I get this week's up at nice and early, and then we change medium. But I do know that you did share that you were here, so thank you for that. They've changed the way they operate this stuff, so I can't change the picture anymore, but I'm sure Tony will show me how. Speaking of Reverend Tony, not that, because he'd look at me with scolding looks if I threatened to ordain him. I'll get there one day. Speaking of Reverend Tony, who is, of course, part of the Independent Spiritualist Alliance, of which we are a part, and, of course, I'm behaving myself tonight because I've got 2/5 of the advisory council of the Independent Spiritualists Alliance sitting in the congregation watching me. You know, it's always funny. I love it when I do my addresses where they're going to be a little bit weird because Barbara frowns at me with this look of, where is he going with this now? And I always get a grin at the end, so I know I haven't gone too far off track. But of course, you know, it's an honour and a privilege to be part of the Independent Spiritualist Alliance. And tomorrow, if anyone is interested, Reverend Tony and myself will be doing an online philosophical chat about empathy. So that's one to look out for, and we'll be sharing a poster of that a little bit later on as well. And of course, don't forget, Sunday 10 till 1, Bangers and Blowers reunite for the work of drum healing. I will bring the flute. You're welcome. Dear, oh dear, what have we come to? But of course, if you're available, do come on the Sunday. And of course, we're back with the wonderful Anne Fordham next week. And if you're interested, brighten your day with a lovely lady called Dawn Collinson Quarry and some random weirdo called Nick. 11 o'clock on the internet on SPtv on Monday morning. Just a little bit of spiritual upliftment and cheering in order to start the week with a bit of laughter, love and spirit as well. So, you know, lots going on, lots to do and lots to entertain and uplift. I am very much a stalwart of the phrase that spiritualism should not say the phrase for entertainment purposes only, because you shouldn't. But what I will say is it doesn't mean to say that it can't be entertaining as well. And so upliftment and joy is the most important thing. But I do know that spirit ends with something. It ends with tea. So that's what we're going to do after we've had the raffle. And of course, everyone at home is going to go bye-bye now. So bye-bye, Pebbles. We'll see you next time. But of course I would get in trouble if I did not. Well done. Thank you. I would have been in so much trouble, would I not? Bully's special prize this week, Encaustic Art by Hannah. She's been very, very good these last few weeks and stuck to the 3 colours. You went at that one. Okay. See, this is how much it's become a thing now. Everyone's telling me how to hold it because we see things in it. That's what encaustic art is for. So if you want a copy of this and you're not going to be the winner, I'll tell you what, I'm glad I turned that light on the camera though, because it does make a difference with the reflections. That is this week's Bully Special Prize. Encaustic art by Hannah. There we go. So you can print the screen and have your own copy now, anyone who wants it. And of course, someone in the room is going to win that in a few minutes. And I can see the raffle tickets are all coming out and ready. So of course, oh, you know, it does run a little bit behind, doesn't it? You can just say, there's a screen there of the live feed, and I'm just walking away with the picture, and it's already standing up on there. So, you know, if only I had the opportunity to edit as I was going, then I wouldn't look so silly sometimes. But never mind, I don't mind. But of course, the most important thing, a big thank you once more to the guides, the friends, and the medium herself, Sue Breen. Now, we all here are going to have a raffle, so I'm going to hand over in a second. And whilst the raffle's going on in preparation to do my dance of joy, I will go and make Sue a cup of tea. But from all of us here in Littleport Village Hall, to everyone, what we say, good night, and God bless you all.